black slaves sold other black slaves. So a lot of black people think that the white man came to Africa and stole all the black people and put them on a ship and abused them, beat them up, whipped them, put chains on them. That's not true. They actually had black slave owners who would actually get black slaves to go out and get black people from Africa and put them on a boat on a big old ship, and they would lock them up and chain them up. Have you seen Roots, right? You seen the 1977 miniseries Roots 6 part? I've been a fan of that. That's one of the best series I've ever seen in my life. I saw that back in 2003 when it was on the Hallmark Channel. It's only 12 years old. This is in Black History Month back in February 2003. One of the best series I've ever seen in my life, miniseries. So realistic. I know it's all fake. Alex Haley is a hoax. It's all, we all found out that he lied about pretty much everything that was in Roots. He wrote a book back in 1976 called Roots, and he made a big old thick book about his ancestry, his DNA, all his people. His Chicken George, Kunta Kinte, all that's fake. Kunta Kinte never existed. There was a Kunta Kinte, but I think he died when he was 10. So everything he wrote up until, I know Chicken George was a real character, but and Chicken George was a mixed guy. But anyway, black people, they would get big strong black men. What they did was they would get big strong black men and slaves, and they would go out like 6 feet, 6'5", 7 feet tall, big strong healthy bucks. They got these big strong black guys, and they would go out and spy on Africans and see what they're doing. And then when the time comes, when they see an African by themselves, they'll go out and just steal them, and then take them to those white slave master, and they put them on a ship. So like I said, it wasn't white guys going out and stealing black people. No, they got black, because they were scared. White guys were scared of black people. They thought black people were evil and creepy and stuff like that. So they got big strong African American men to go out and capture the black slaves from Africa, put them on a boat ship, and then ship them to Africa. So as long as you people know that blacks, that we can't just judge, the white man is responsible too, the plantation owner, but it was black people who stole black people and put them on a ship. And they also had both. They had white slave owners and they had black slave owners. And I think there was one black guy who was a slave owner who owned a lot of slaves, and he sold them off. And what they put them on a ship, and they said that African Americans were dying off. They would throw them in the river, in the water, because they couldn't survive. They abused them and all that stuff, and they would sell them to other white masters. They will make bid on African Americans in America. They came to America. They would sell them to slave owners. They would check out their teeth. They would check out their hair, see if how young they were, their ages. They would use black women for breeding. They would sell black women to white slave owners, masters who would breed them. And then you all know about, they would keep the light skinned mixed people in the house while the black people go out there and slave and pick up cotton and all that. But I can tell you that's another story. But I want you people to know that, okay, what white people didn't go out and steal black people. They had black men who would go out and steal black people from Africa and put them on a ship. So they don't tell you that in history books. It's mostly, most black people just think that white people stole from. No, they use black people to steal other black people, from Africa. But Mr. J here, peace.